morning students, welcome back to Maths class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter 2, triangles. In your earlier classes, you had learned about triangles and their properties. And even last year, you had learned about congruent triangles. What are congruent triangles? If the corresponding angles and corresponding sides are equal, then the two triangles are said to be congruent. So, generally, how can we say about congruent figures? Two figures having same shape and same size. They are called congruent figures. In this chapter, we shall study about the figures, those who are having same shape but different in size. Such type of figures are called similar figures. Now, similar figures are, they have the same shape but size will be different. Congruent figures having same shape and same size, but similar figures have same shape but size will be different. Now can you see here, there are two circles. See, these two circles are, we can say that they are congruent circles because they have same radii. These two circles are congruent circles. Congruent circles are circles having same radii. But here you see these two circles, their radius are different. So these two circles are called similar circles. Why? Because the shape will be same but the size will be different. So congruent figures having same shape and same size, but similar figures have same shape but size will be different. So these two circles we can say they are similar in shape. Looking same but size is different. In the same way, here two squares are given. We can say that these two squares are congruent squares. They are congruent because their size is same, shape is also same. But in this case, their shape is same but size is different. These two are similar figures. We can say that all the congruent figures are similar, but all the similar figures are not congruent. All the congruent figures, we can say they are similar because congruent figures are same shape and same size. We can say they are similar, but all the similar figures we cannot say that they are congruent. Now, we will see how we can say about similar polygons. So, what are the conditions for two polygons to be similar? What is meant by a polygon? Three sides, three or more than three sides of a closed figure is called a polygon. So here a square ABCD of sides 2 cm each and another square of side, example 4 cm will consider, PQRS. These two are two polygons having same number of sides, 4 sides, and here also 4 sides. Here the sides we will write it as 4 cm. So when can we say that these two polygons are similar? So we already told you two figures are said to be similar. They have the same shape but different in size. But when it comes to polygons, if two polygons are said to be similar, if two polygons having same number of sides are said to be similar, if their corresponding angles should be equal. That is, which are the corresponding angles? Angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R, angle D is equal to angle S. All the corresponding angles should be equal and the corresponding sides should be in the same ratio or in proportion. That is, corresponding side for AB, it is PQ. That is, when we find the ratio of the corresponding side, AB by PQ, it is 2 by 4. that is 1 by 2. Again the next side BC by QR, it is again 2 by 4, it is 1 by 2. Then CD by RS, it is 1 by 2. And the last side AD by PS, that is also 1 by 2. So we can say that two polygons of same number of sides are similar. First condition, their corresponding angle should be equal. Angle A should be equal to P, B should be equal to Q, C should be equal to R, and S should be equal to D. And the sides are in the same ratio or in proportion. Corresponding sides ratio should be same. Then only we can say that two polygons are similar. Now exercise 2.1. Fill in the blanks using the correct word given in bracket. All circles are dash, congruent or similar. All the circles are similar because all the circles will be in the same shape but it can be of different size. So all the circles are similar. Second question, all the squares are similar or congruent. All the squares, the angles will be equal, sides will be proportional. So all the squares are always similar. Now all dash triangles are similar. What type of triangles are similar? Isosceles or equilateral? All the equilateral triangles are similar because when we draw equilateral triangle, for example, if we consider one triangle ABC with side 1 centimeter and another triangle of side 3 centimeter, equilateral triangle, you will all know that DEF, right? All the angles will be equal to 60 degree. So angle A corresponds to angle D equal 60 degree. Angle B and E are 60 degree, even C and F are 60 degree. So all the three angles will be equal and the sides also will be proportional. When you take the ratio AB by DE is equal to 1 by 3. When you write the ratio, we can write it in the form 1:3 or 1 by 3. Even BC by EF is also 1 by 3. AC by DF is also 1 by 3. So always two equilateral triangle will be similar and two squares also will be similar. Any size of triangles, equilateral triangles or squares, if you draw and find the ratio of the sides, always the ratio will be equal. So equilateral triangles are always similar. Even squares are also always similar. Next question. Two polygons of the same number of sides are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are proportional. Proportional means they are in the same ratio. Now the second question. Give two different examples of pairs of similar figures. Give two different examples of a pairs of, first one, similar figures. So first one, similar figures. So for this we can give the first example as triangles. So if you draw two equilateral triangles, they are always similar. Triangle ABC with side, any measurement you can take, 2 centimeter, and triangle DEF of sides will take 5 centimeter. All the sides 5 centimeter. So when you find the ratio 2 by 5, all the three ratios will be equal, and as equilateral triangle, angles will be equal. And in one more example, it is squares. Already explained that if you draw the two squares having different sides, their angles will be equal and sides will be in the same ratio. So this is for example for similar figures. Now for non-similar figures. So non-similar figures means angles will be different, even sides will not be proportional. So we can draw if you draw one triangle, then non-similar figures, along with this we can draw a parallelogram. So one triangle and one parallelogram, they are non-similar figures. And one more set. This is the first set of examples. Again, one more. Here it is. And here it is ABCD. They are non-similar figures. For the second case, one we can take a rhombus. One rhombus and one trapezium. One trapezium. They are non-similar figures. Can give name ABCD and PQRS. So similar figures having same corresponding angles are equal and sides are proportional. Non-similar figures, different angles and ratios of the sides will not be equal. Third question is, state whether the following quadrilaterals are similar or not. So they have given two diagrams. There are two quadrilaterals having four sides. The first one is PQRS having sides 1.5 cm and the next one ABCD having all the four sides equal and angles are 90. That means it's a square. So check whether these two quadrilaterals are similar or not. How can we check whether the two quadrilaterals are similar or not? We have to check their angles, whether angles are equal. Here all the four angles are 90 degree, but here it is not 90 degree. We can make out from the diagram. And when you find the ratio PQ by AB is equal to 1.5 by 3. We can cancel, we will get 1 by 2. Again, QR by BC, it is 1.5 by 3, same we will get. RS by DC, RS by CD is equal to 1.5 by 3 and PS by AD, that is also 1.5 by 3. All the sides ratios are equal, they are proportional, but angles are not equal. Therefore, these two quadrilaterals are not similar. The symbol for similarity is, this is the symbol for similarity. So, these two quadrilaterals are not similar. So, in the first part, we learned that two figures are said to be similar if they have the same shape but not necessarily be the same size. And if two polygons of same number of sides are said to be similar, if their corresponding angle should be equal and their sides should be proportional, or the ratio of the sides should be equal. Now we will consider two triangles. You all know that triangle is also a polygon. So to say that these two triangles are similar triangles, their corresponding angle should be equal and their corresponding sides should be in proportion. That is, corresponding angles means angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, angle C is equal to angle R, and the sides ratio, that is AB by PQ, should be equal to BC by QR, should be equal to AC by PR. We can write the ratio in the reverse order also, PQ by AB, but corresponding sides ratio correctly we have to write. If you write all the numerators are triangles ABC sides, means denominator should be PQ, QR and PR. If you write for the first ratio AB by PQ and for the second one QR by BC, if you write, that ratio is wrong. So always the numerator should be of the sides of the same triangle and denominator should be the sides of the same triangle. So if two triangles are said to be similar, their corresponding angle should be equal and the sides ratio should be equal. Then only we can say triangles are similar. We will write triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. In old textbook, the symbol for similarity was 3 lines like this. So now triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR means corresponding angles are equal and the sides are in the same ratio. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is theorem 2.1. This chapter first theorem. In this chapter there are totally 4 theorems are there. All the theorems are very important for 4 mark or 5 mark. Can be asked for either 4 mark or 5 mark. This is the first theorem, theorem 2.1. The name for this theorem is basic proportionality theorem, or short form we can say BPT or Thales theorem. Why this name Thales theorem? Because a famous Greek mathematician Thales, he derived this theorem. That's why it is also known as Thales theorem. So this theorem is very important for 4 mark or 5 mark. The name of the theorem is basic proportionality theorem, BPT or Thales theorem. Even statement will be asked for 1 mark. So here the basic proportionality theorem states that if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle, that is, here I will draw a line which is parallel to BC. If a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in two distinct points, then these two sides will be divided into same ratio. Again I will repeat. If we draw a line which is parallel to any one side of a triangle. So this is the line DE I had drawn, which is parallel to BC. And this line will intersect in two distinct points in AB and AC. So D is the point on AB and E is the point on AC. Then the other two sides, that is AB and AC, will be divided into two equal ratio. That is, they will be proportional. That is, if DE is parallel to BC, then AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So again I will repeat, basic proportionality theorem or BPT or Thales theorem states that if we draw a line which is parallel to any one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides in two distinct points, then the other two sides divided in the same ratio. So if a line is drawn, DE is drawn parallel to BC, then the line will be divide the other two sides AB and AC in the ratio, that is AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So I will draw another diagram and show you. So if you consider this is the triangle ABC and a line is drawn, here I will draw the side DE. Now this line is parallel to which side? It is AC. So, if D is parallel to AC, so now the line is drawn parallel to the side AC, then the line will divide other two sides in the same ratio. That is, BC and AB in the same ratio. So, how can we say the ratio? BE by EC is equal to BD by DA. So, whenever we will say the ratio, it will be easy for you to start from the common point. Here we started AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So here this is the line parallel to AC. So we can start BE by EC is equal to BD by DA. Now we'll see one more diagram. Same name I will write ABC. Now we'll draw a line which is parallel to AB. So now the line DE is parallel to AB. Now how can we say the ratio? So as the line D is parallel to AB, the other two sides will be divided in the same ratio. So how can we start? CD by DA is equal to CE by EB. I hope you understood this theorem. So theorem says that in any triangle, if we draw a line parallel to one side of a triangle. So we will draw a line DE parallel to BC. Then the line will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. So what we will write here as given. Given in triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. So, if in any triangle, if we draw a line parallel to one side of a triangle, till there it is given. So, in triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC, we have to prove that the line divides the other two sides in the same ratio. That is, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. It's a very small theorem and very important theorem. Now for proving this theorem, we have to do some construction. construction is, first one, join BE and DC. Join BE and DC. Join BE and DC. And one more construction is there. Draw EM perpendicular to AB, here one letter M, and DN perpendicular to AC. I will repeat. Draw EM perpendicular to AB and DN perpendicular to AC. See here, EM is perpendicular to a whole side AB, not AD, it is AB. It is very important. So when any triangle, if we draw a perpendicular, for example, ABC is a triangle. If we draw the perpendicular means AD is perpendicular to the whole opposite side BC. Same way, EM perpendicular to the whole side AB and DN perpendicular to the side AC. Don't write AD and A. So this construction is very important. So once again I will repeat, given in triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC. To prove AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Construction, first join BE and DC, then draw the perpendiculars from E to AB and D to AC. That is EM perpendicular to AB and DN perpendicular to AC. Now we will do the proof. Proof, we write statement and reason. Statement, reason. So how we will start it is, only three equations will complete the theorem. We have to start area of triangle ADE, this triangle, top triangle. Area of triangle ADE by area of triangle, we have to take in the first case this triangle, including this DBE, triangle DBE. In both the triangle, DE is the common side. DE is the common side. We have to take first top triangle ADE and down, including the side DB, this side you have to take. DB, that is this triangle we have to take, is equal to, you all know that area of a triangle equals half BH. Area of a triangle equals half BH. That is the reason we have to write. Now, numerator, what is area of triangle ADE? We have to write, we have to apply the formula and even denominator also. So, for the top triangle, normally when we draw a triangle, we will think that D is the base. But, if in any triangle, if we draw the perpendicular, then where the perpendicular will meet, that side should be considered as the base. So, in triangle ADE, we have to consider the base as AD and the height as EM. We will write half into base of the triangle ADE is AD and height is EM. Why it is height? Because that is the perpendicular line. Perpendicular line will be considered as the height. So, denominator half into, for triangle DBE, we have to consider the same height because height EM is perpendicular to the whole side AB. So, if when we take EM as the height, we have to say take the side as DB for this down triangle. So, we have to write half DB into EM. That is, we are writing for both numerator and denominator same height, only the base of the triangles are different. So, for the top triangle, we will write AD as base, down triangle, we will write DB as the base, but height will be same. So, here, half and half will cancel, EM and EM will cancel, we will get AD by DB, and this is our first equation. Now, we will write, next time we will consider the triangles Same triangle, top triangle, triangle ADE, area of triangle ADE by area of triangle. This time we will take this triangle we will consider. That is DEC. Triangle DEC. So first case ADE and left side triangle including the side DB we have taken. Now second case we have to top triangle same but down triangle including the side EC and DE. This triangle we have to take. This triangle we have to take, second case. So now here also we will write the same reason. Area of a triangle is half BH. For the numerator triangle we will write half into. So which one we will consider as the base? AE is the base and DN is the height. Half into AE into DN by denominator triangle half into base should be EC and height should be DN. Same DN we will write. And here DN and DN will cancel. Half will cancel. We will get AE by EC. This is equation number 2. So now we will write, therefore AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. How can we say that the RHS are equal? Whether LHS are equal or not. LHS, the ratio of the triangles in that numerators are equal. See here, numerator triangles are equal. Denominator, how can we say that area of triangle DBE and area of triangle DEC are equal? How can we say that? In 9th standard, we had learned that if two triangles are on the same base and between the same parallels, they are equal in area. So, two triangles DBE and triangle DEC are on the same base BC and between the same parallels DE and BC. So, we can say that their areas are equal. So, as the numerators are equal, denominators are equal, RHS will be equal. Reason we will write from equation 1 and 2 and one more we will write area of triangle, denominator triangle DBC is equal to area of triangle DEC. So, theorem complete. Now, once again I will repeat. In triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC, that is given. We want to prove that AD by DB equals AE by EC. Construction, join DC and BE. Then draw EM perpendicular to AB, DN perpendicular to AC. You can change the letters, any triangle you can write and do it. Now, proof is, two times we have to consider the ratio of the areas of triangles, that is, area of triangle ADE by area of triangle DB. See that this side and this side should include this triangle you have to take. So you will apply half BH formula for numerator triangle, half into base AD, height EM. Denominator triangle, half into base DB and same height EM. Half and EM will cancel, we will get AD by DB. In the second case, same triangle ADE by DEC we have to take. This right side triangle including the side EC we have to take. Same way, half into base AE and height DN. For the denominator part, half into EC into same height DN. Cancel it and write from 1 and 2. Two ratios are equal. Reason, equation 1 and 2 and area of this triangle is equal to area of this triangle because they are on the same base and between the same parallels. In today's class, we discussed about similar figures, congruent figures and similar figures. Congruent figures having same shape and same size. Similar figures having same shape but different in size. Then we discussed about similar polygons. Similar polygons means they are having corresponding angle should be equal and corresponding side should be proportional. And all the congruent figures will be similar, but all the similar figures cannot be congruent. Then we studied about similar triangles. Two triangles are said to be similar if their corresponding angles are equal and the sides are in the same ratio or in proportion. Then we studied about the important theorem, basic proportionality theorem or BPT. In any triangle, if we draw a line parallel to one side of a triangle, the line will divide the other two sides in the same ratio. So here given in triangle ABCD is parallel to BC, we have to prove that AD by DB equals A by BC. We have to do the construction. 2 times you have to take the ratio of the triangles and we will get the answer. So in any triangle, if we draw a line which intersects the other 2 sides in 2 distinct points, then the other 2 sides will divide in the same ratio. That is DPT or AC proportionality theorem. That's all for today. Thank you.